Welcome, everyone, to episode 2 of our podcast. I am Faragi.
I'm Small Bean.
Yay. Last time we were kind of talking about our high school experience and just college in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then we both we went to high school together. So how was your high school experience like?
Honestly, it could have been better. I wasn't a very social person. I was more of the kid in the back. I feel like the first 2 years of high school, I was I don't know. I definitely could have been a better person.
A better person?
Yeah, I felt if I met myself freshman year high school, I would have hated her so much. But we made improvements. But high school personally for me was more a growing experience and trying to figure out who I am as a person, even though I still don't know who the fuck I am as a person now. It wasn't the most eventful 4 years for me, but yeah, I don't know.
Were you a baddie, like a delinquent? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't a delinquent. I was just I just wasn't a good student.
That's valid.
Yeah, from middle school to the first half of high school, I wasn't a good student. I couldn't get by. I had to get help from friends in order to get by.
I feel like everyone does that in high school. It's okay to. It's not okay to. You know what? It's okay to cheat.
It's you shouldn't be cheating in college. Okay, that's because you have more penalties when you cheat in college and if you get caught. Mm-hmm. In high school, it's easier to get away with it because penalties aren't too bad. But don't make it a habit of cheating. Just saying.
That's true. But I think cheating in high school is a bonding experience. Because most of the times your teachers aren't shit. So, when you're cheating with other people, you're working as a collective team. You feel me? That's how I saw it from my perspective when I was cheating. But yeah, because we were in the same pathway, and then it was the computer coding class, and then a majority of the students were just Asian kids or people that were into coding, and then you had the kids that couldn't get placed in the program that they wanted, so they were kind of the leftovers, quote unquote, and it was very clear they didn't want to be there. And we did have one class where the teacher was kind of racist, so she would treat them a little differently.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was
yeah. And because of just the the demographic of the class, they would just be treated differently too, because a lot of the students were the straight A students, and they didn't really want to associate with the other kids. But when they did need help, it was they were just having a hard time because of the teacher. I would be taking some of the answers from one student and then giving it to them, kind of as what is it called? Not a messenger, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I bonded with them. So I think cheating is a bonding experience.
I mean, in a way, yeah. Ideally, you would want to work together to study, but as you can't really stop high schoolers from cheating.
Yeah, and I think it's also just that class was terrible. Even if you study for it, you didn't really learn anything from it. The way I studied was just to memorize the answers. Yeah,
it was all memorization. We didn't really understand anything.
Yeah.
I
wonder how they are now. I think like 2 years after we graduated from high school, I saw one of them, and I heard one of them works at like a auto body shop. But yeah. Oh, I think another one also went into like child education, which is like pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like, yeah, because I do
The one,
remember. I think they were like on the verge of like not graduating high school.
mm.
Yeah.
It was like kind of the one thing I hated was when like the teacher would always call them out whenever they were late,
Mm-hmm.
and she would like make them do like some type of penalty.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. I thought it was kind of messed up just because like just let them come in and do their work and just forget about it. They have their reasons for like coming in late. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just like it was very clear that the teacher had some sort of bias towards
Yeah.
like all the students. Yeah, because like we had a friend who was like, even though he was like getting like good-ish grades, like he was still like a nuisance to the class, like kind of rowdy, but like she still loved him. But yeah, high school for me, I don't really remember it much. I do recall like me being like super annoying, so
It's okay. Like I think most teenagers are annoying during that age.
yeah, like I definitely could have just toned it down, but that was like my peak, I think, of like
I'm like
annoyance.
I'm like visualizing our high school experiences and I'm like cringing, honestly.
Yar.
Like we came into the classroom with onesies.
Yeah,
And
like
it
a
wasn't
random
even a
ass day.
special day.
Yo, I was literally just thinking of that today because like I was volunteering and like one of the staff members was like, "Oh yeah, like one time in high school, I came in like a minion onesie," and I was like, I had like a flashback. I was like, "Oh my god, me and my friends did that." Like a random day, we just came in like our onesies for no reason. That was not cute. We thought we were so cool. That was not cute.
That was really cringe, honestly.
It was pretty cringe, but I think I would do it again. Good dead ass. Oh, what about your college experience? We went in like the same time because we were roommates. We were dorm mates.
College. I mean, I liked college a bit better just because I had more independence during college. I mean, my mental health was shit still, but did I fix that? No. I don't know. I felt like I had more freedom to do stuff in college because in high school you're living from like you're pretty much in school from 8 a.m. to what is it, 3:30? Sometimes even longer if you're like doing sports or other activities. And like when do you have time to do anything else during high school? In college, you have a little bit more free time, even though like your workload is still big. But I feel like college is more fun, even though like there's more stress involved too.
I agree. Yeah, like the first 2 years of college are just like fucking around.
Oh yeah, the first 2 years was just fucking around, and then the last couple of years, we had more responsibilities for sure.
The last 2 years were brutal, bro.
Oh yeah.
How was freshman year?
Okay, one thing that I regretted in freshman year was like not hanging out with my other friends more. I feel like I was focusing on people that I shouldn't have been putting too much energy into. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have. I'm not saying that I shouldn't have put in any energy into or effort into that person or like these people, but I could have put in more energy into people who I was already close to. So that was one thing I regret. I felt like I stressed out too much in freshman year. Like I went in too hard freshman year.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like the complete opposite. Like I did not take anything serious.
But that's good though, because you had more. I mean, you're still like doing your work, but you're also having fun. Because freshman year, you have more time to fuck around, compared to the last couple of years.
That's true. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Freshman year of college was my peak.
Yeah.
I think I peaked right there. That was it for me. I was having a blast though.
Yeah, it's important to like keep your shit together, but you have more. You can. It's better to use your freshman year to, have fun, make friends.
I do agree though, like freshman year, I think I put like too much energy into like hanging out with people that I don't even talk to anymore.
Yeah,
And that's on tea.
but we didn't know that,
Yeah.
We didn't know how our relationship with those people were gonna end. I mean, my relationship with those people were fine. I just feel like I shouldn't have neglected my other friends.
So valid, queen. I mean, it was a learning experience. Like you meet someone, you think you're gonna hang out with them like forever, but then, you're not gonna be hanging out with everybody you meet. And that is okay.
That is okay.
I think, because like with my siblings and like high schoolers in general, I think that's like another big lesson. Like, you're gonna meet people that you think you're gonna be like besties with forever, but sometimes it's just natural. You just don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah, I think we only talked to a couple people from high school. More than I expected, but some people just naturally, drift apart. It's sad, but then along the way, you start to meet new people. You create new relationships.
I think we talked about it like too, like in the last like episode, but like I'm okay with like the amount of friends we have now. It's just too much effort trying to get to like know someone like that closely. Like it took me forever just to get comfortable with like my besties,
Right.
It was too much effort.
And with us, it took a little bit of time for us to open up and be vulnerable.
Oh, with us, yeah, dude. Like our freshman year, I couldn't even fart in front of you. Like even when you were asleep, I was holding that shit in.
I don't understand because you showed me your shit like in high school.
It's different when you're like living with someone. Like you would literally like be like knocked out, but like when you sleep, like it's kind of hard to tell if you're like knocked out or not because like you're not a snorer or anything. Like you're a silent sleeper. So I was just like, bro, like I really need to fart. Like I don't know if she's awake or not. And then, like I would just go to sleep like in pain.
But now you literally know. Like I don't wake up that easily. I slept through shotguns, like shotgun noises. Bro.
Yeah. That's why I was just like, bro, I could have been farting this entire time. But that freshman year, like living in that dorm with you, I did learn how to adjust my eyes to the dark, which I think is a very odd skill, but very useful.
Interesting.
I can see in the dark now. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I'd come back to the dorm and it'd be like pretty late and like you're already asleep, and then I'd be like, oh snap, I gotta like take off my makeup, get changed, but in the dark.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to actually stay friends while being roommates because some people once they become, they start hating each other.
That's so sad. The dorms were crazy though.
Yeah.
When I was like working with teens and like they were asking about like how was like the dorm experience, like I really wanted to tell them like what was really going down, but like that'd be like way too inappropriate. Like that one time we woke up to like the sound of someone having sex. It was like super loud.
Oh yeah. It
Yeah.
was on Valentine's Day.
It was like so loud, and like our walls were like made out of brick, so it was just like what?
It was on my side of the room too. So it was very, very clear, and their door was like slightly open. So I pretty much the whole like hallway could hear them.
No, it's
Or, like,
crazy because like I woke up to that shit, and you know what's even crazier? She ended up getting pregnant like after that.
interesting.
So we like literally heard like the what is it? Not the what's the word I'm looking for? We heard that baby being made. The conception.
Congrats.
I was like consummation.
The conception.
But yeah, it was like, and I remember telling another friend about it, and then he was like, "Yo, that's hot." I was like, "Are you really fucking kidding me right now? You fucking kidding?" Yeah, but
I didn't
it was
consent
crazy.
to this. I didn't consent to this.
But yeah, like the stories in freshman year and the doors were like crazy. And you know what's even crazier? Like the things we experienced weren't even that crazy compared to like what other people were doing like at
That's
that
true.
time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because other people were like partying and stuff. Like I've only been to like maybe like 2 parties at most. And what other people were doing, I was just like, yo. Like that one girl who had like a threesome, and it was like a love triangle. And like I think we were there that day when like the 2 guys were about to fight, but we literally like missed it. Like we were like 1 second away from it. Do you remember that?
I vaguely remember that.
Okay, so like it was a love triangle, and we were literally walking into our dorm, and then like right after we walked into our dorm, that's when they started having the fight. Like we missed the whole fight.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was like really intense. I think like some glass was broken, and then like one of our RAs got like fired
Oh
or
no.
in trouble because like they weren't supposed to they're not supposed to touch like these students or like the people living in the dorms, but obviously they had to because like it was a fight. But they got in
Right.
trouble for it. Yeah. It was just like
Oh, that's hella
stupid.
messed up.
Yeah. But yeah, like we missed a lot, I think. Or like that one time I almost got into a fight because of ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
But other than that, like I don't think our experience was as crazy as everyone else's. I think it was very like very mild.
Yes, very tamed.
Mm-hmm. But I kind of do regret it because freshman year is like the year where you do stupid shit, and I wish we could have like done more stupid shit.
Oh yeah. I wish
Yeah.
I wish I stayed until the sun rises. But no, I want to sleep in.
Yeah, you went ham, bro, with like the studying.
I was stupid. I
Mm-hmm.
I was really stupid.
I was like, when is Miss Smallbean gonna come out with this?
I was like really trying to get my shit together like early, but that was the wrong idea. I should have just laid back for a little bit because the next upcoming years were going to be more studying.
And that is okay. Because, you know, you got a whole lifetime to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. What was I gonna say? I know in freshman year you like identified as bisexual. When did you like realize that that wasn't like the case?
Oh. So I
I'm
already
switching it up.
I already knew so I already knew I was I was attracted to women when I was really, really young. But I was questioning whether or not I was attracted to men. So throughout high school to college, I was mainly focused on trying to date men because I was trying to convince myself that I could do it. But that was just me trying to, like, I guess, assimilate or trying to live by societal standards because everyone expected like at least everyone's expectations were that I was gonna marry a man, especially my parents. Like they would always ask if I was dating anyone, specifically a man, obviously. But I couldn't do it. Like every time I went on a date with a guy, it just didn't feel right. And I feel bad because I felt like I wasted their time. But yeah, like I just couldn't picture myself being with a man, marrying a man, whether it be being with a man intimately or romantically.
Yeah, I remember you would come back from like a date and you just looked so like yeah. And I was just like, that's not how you're supposed to look like after a date.
Yeah, like all of the guys were really sweet. They were really sweet. I was very fortunate enough to meet men who were dicks, you know. So I felt really bad, but I didn't know at the time. Unfortunately, it wasn't until I started talking to a different friend. I was basically telling him like this is the first time I ever really told someone about my sexuality, like in depth. So when I finally was able to tell him everything about my sexuality, I realized like, oh my god, I can't be with a man.
So valid.
Yeah, so like I can be attracted to non-men, but I just can't be with a man in the future, or I'm not attracted to men. So that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a lesbian. I'll just admit that for sure.
Yes.
So yeah, it took a while.
Let's go,
but
lesbians!
We're here.
Let's go, lesbians!
Yes. And you were the lesbian queen we all know and love.
Yes. I'm the only lesbian in the friend group.
Oh my god, I saw on Twitter like what was it, like the day after or like the day of like the last day of Pride, they were just like, we're so sorry, lesbians. And I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I didn't realize like lesbians get like so much hate during like Pride Month.
Yeah, I think it's mostly because during Pride Month they don't really are included. But they mainly focus on I guess gay men or cis gay men specifically. And then they kind of block out the rest of the community. Like there's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of problematic things within the community itself. But I feel like with Pride, it's mainly focused on cis gay men, and that should change.
Yeah, because I was like noticing that too, because like we were getting like a lot of media with Pose. It was like the trans community like finally got some, and then I was like, you know, we get a lot of like girl on girl. Even with like our feral chat, I feel like it's a lot of yaoi. Someone put some titties in this bitch.
It's fine. I can appreciate, I guess, the attractive men.
No, I'm like, there's a penis in here. Look away.
I'm okay with seeing penises. I don't have any problems with genitals.
Don't look at the penis.
It's fine. The penis is fine. The man is a different story.
I don't think there's like enough coverage of like Yuri manga either. Like if I'm on TikTok, it's always yaoi, but maybe that's just like because of what I'm liking. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of Yuri mangas in general, like on the manga platforms or like the what is it? Yeah, I guess like the sites that you usually read manga. There's not a lot of Yuri on there. Like yaoi just completely
Dominates.
Saturates the whole platform compared to,
Yeah.
and then there'd be like a little bit of Yuri here and there.
Yeah. Because like the website that we use, I think it's like literally just like designated for like yaoi.
Yeah, no, I feel it because I can only find Yuri if I go to a Yuri designated website. If you go to
and what website would that be?
I forgot. I haven't read Yuri manga in a while, but I will look at it.
Oh.
But if you go to like a general manga website or webcomic website, there's only like a little bit of Yuri and it's just saturated with yaoi.
The yaoi community, so strong.
And when you think it's Yuri, it's usually like Yuri bait. Not actual Yuri.
Not Yuri bait.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god. Yeah. Also, I just feel like there like really isn't a lot of Yuri. If they put like more time and effort into like writing like the same way they do for yaoi, that'd be sick.
Yeah. I feel like most Yuri mangas are toxic, to be honest. But I mean, it's plot. But I kind of want to see some healthy Yuri mangas.
I haven't really seen one where like you know they're not like in high school either.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, there's adult Yuris out there. They're just a little bit more on the darker side. Like more on the drama, psychological, side.
That kind of sucks. Like I just want to read a wholesome one.
Yeah, I just wanted to read a wholesome, like adult. There are some, I just haven't like looked at it. Sometimes they just discontinue it. Sometimes it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes like when I'm reading yaoi, I forget like people are like illegally like posting it, and like these are like actual people translating it, and I was like, oh dang. Probably no one's like translating the Yuri ones. That's why like you don't get a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta learn Korean and Japanese.
There's a lot of Korean ones for sure. I've seen them, but I have to wait for it to translate.
We gotta learn.
It's fine.
I'm gonna learn Japanese. You learn Korean.
after when I have time.
Sometimes they be translated in Spanish, but like those are kind of hard to find. And like if it is in Spanish, it'll be like on Facebook, and you're just like, oh, what if I accidentally like it?
That's true.
I'm not trying to out myself in front of the Filipino family.
I remember like Facebook used to show like your activity, like if you were like watching a video or something. I'm like, why the fuck would you do this?
What was that funny ass post? It was like how long ago where like this Filipino grandma accidentally shared like a video like just like this lesbian couple just like making out. Yeah. And then she like messaged her grandson. She was like, how do I unshare this? But it was already too late.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, what about you? If you are comfortable with sharing, how did you come into terms with your sexuality?
I think I've always been attracted to the lady. But I was like in denial about it just because internalized homophobia.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with like the environment that I grew up in, where it was like really frowned upon, and like my mom is like okay with me having like gay friends, and then, like I know she jokes about it, and I'm pretty sure she'd be like okay with me like coming out. But
Yeah.
there are like times where it was like she did show like some, like she would say something like kind of homophobic, where that's
Right.
why I'm like I'm not comfortable yet coming out to her. But I think I came to terms with it like pre-corona,
Mm-hmm.
where I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
me like the ladies. Yeah, because how do I say it? Like let's like is it too much? Is it too much information?
It's okay. Take your time.
Like I'd be watching like some R-rated stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like
Mm.
I think me enjoys this, and I was just like okay, and then I'd go like on forums, be like, hey, I like it. I like watching two females do it. Does that make me gay? And then people were just like, no, not necessarily. And I was like, okay, I'll take the answer.
Yeah.
But like the more I was like looking into it, I was like, nah, I'm just in denial.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't like anything like, it wasn't like a Love Simon type of moment or like a movie type of moment. It was just more like a yeah.
But congratulations, you come into terms.
Yes. Also, I think because like a majority of our friends are like LGBTQ, so it's just like it's easier.
I like how each one of us just like slowly came out one by one.
And beautiful. But I was actually having a conversation with like a friend earlier, and I was just like talking about Britney Spears, and like when "Slave for You" came out, I was like, it's making me feel type of way.
Gay awakening.
Miss Britney Spears, free Britney. But like, we're like at the age where we're not financially stable, but like, do you think after like you move out and stuff, would you be like open to like coming out?
Oh yeah. So basically my plan is I want to be able to make sure that I'm stable enough to provide for myself, and I want to be able to at least move out first before coming out to my parents. I was talking to my sister about it too, and she was like, let's take it one step at a time. And because one of the main problems with coming out to my parents is we don't know how to communicate that language to them in Chinese. Like, we don't know how to talk about sexuality and human rights and politics with them in Chinese. We can only really do like conversational stuff. So we're trying to up our Chinese game before we do anything. Because the last thing I want to do is act emotionally and angry, because I feel like my parents do become defensive if we like go against their beliefs or whatnot. So I want to act, logically and just take it very calm, like take a calm approach to it, and not act with emotions and anger. There's a lot of steps that I have to take, but we're gonna do it very slowly.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good plan. Yeah, like I know like a lot of our friends, like I think only like a couple of them are like out to their families. But like I know the ones that aren't, like they're just like really scared because like a lot of our families are like older Asians, so it
Yeah.
is hard. Yeah, especially since like homophobia is like really prevalent in our communities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard because like when you try to reason with them, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah.
It's really hard to budge. Like you can definitely break it, but it's gonna take a lot of time.
Like I said, like they're pretty okay with like me having like friends that are
Mm-hmm.
like LGBTQ, and then I have like a family member that is trans, but like my grandma doesn't really understand it, so
Right.
she'll still be like, "Oh, my nephew." And I'm like, "Oh, don't they identify as a female?" But then she's just like, "Oh, yeah, but." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Nope."
exactly.
I'm like, "Okay." Okay, and it's just, yeah, it's like talking to like a brick wall because like you just go back and
Mm-hmm.
forth. They're just like, no, they identify as a female. They're just like, yeah, but that's my nephew. I'm like, no, they have
Nephews.
a female name, and they're like, no, this is their name. I'm like, well, yeah. So it's just like a big circle.
Yeah, and you have to like um try to not let that get to you too. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I'm, because like I know in a lot of Asian cultures, right? Most parents are not accepting of this because it's their way of like saving face,
Mm-hmm.
and like saving their reputation. And at this point, I'm like, fuck your reputation. Just let me be happy.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, it's not more about reputation, but it's more of like my mom really wants grandkids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I mean, regardless. I think the most homophobia I experienced was probably um from my dad's side, where it's like a Hispanic like misogyny and like whatnot. And it was like really prevalent. I think it was kind of traumatic, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like it doesn't really matter anymore because like I don't even talk to my dad. But yeah, like the most homophobia like experience is like from my dad, and it wasn't even towards me. I think it was like what was it? My brothers were like maybe like 3 or whatever, and my sister got like a baby doll like
Mm-hmm.
as a gift for Christmas, and like my brothers really wanted it, and like he was just so angry. He was just like, "Nuh-uh, my sons are not playing with dolls." Like the next day, he bought like a toy remote car. And I was like, "Bro, you can't even afford that. Like, why'd you even buy that? Just
Mm-hmm.
because like your son wanted to play with a doll? Like your son is like 3 years old. Like it shouldn't even matter."
They'll play
Yeah,
with anything too, like kids.
yeah. And I was like,
They'll
"This is so cute. Like, come on."
Yeah.
Yeah, but like no culture is perfect.
Right.
Yeah, and it's also like a religious thing to like too, because um my Filipino side was like, I think for like a good chunk of my childhood, it was like very religious,
Mm-hmm.
like from both sides, like my mom and my dad. So it was kind of hard.
Right.
Your Was like religion like a big part of it too, or like not? Because like your family's not that religious, right?
No, only like a part of my family is religious, but not like really extreme. And I don't think they uh, practice it anymore either. So it's not like a big part on my side.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that was like a big part of it for
Mm-hmm.
me. Like I'm not really close to a lot of like my family members now, so like it doesn't really matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. I think I'm ready yet.
It's okay. Like sometimes we have to, like, in case it's important to realize that It's okay to abandon your blood family to if they're too toxic or abusive, and you can always choose your family.
That's true. But yeah, like I do want to just be like financially like stable.
Yeah,
Just in
before
case.
doing that, to be
Just in
safe.
case. Yeah, just in case. Just in case. Just in case. But yeah. No, like during when we moved into like that apartment with like our other friends, we literally had like a giant gay flag in the living room, and I was like, wow, this is.
Oh yeah, I've never been like so gay until like second half of college.
Yeah. Yeah, like I do like being gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, be who you are. I think especially since like a lot of our friends are LGBT, like it just it feels just more natural that way.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't feel like I gotta be somebody else. Be who you are. I think also like it was very clear that I was like gay, but I was just like very delusional. But it was just like, you know, the girl groups, the anime waifus, it was like all there.
It's okay. It takes time to accept yourself, and now you have.
Be who you are. I'm actually reading a manga right now where it's called Our Son Might Be Gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really cute. It's like from the perspective of the mom, where she's just like, I think our son is gay. And like she's really accepting. Yeah.
I feel like I heard of that.
It's really cute where it's like the son is trying to keep it a secret and the mom's just like, okay, you know, respect his boundaries, but it's like super cute.
I remember like I went to get a Brazilian wax. And
not that Brazilian.
And like during that whole conversation, okay, so like I went in and my esthetician or like the waxing lady, she was like, so what's the reason why you're here? Are you doing this for your boyfriend? And I was like, no. And she was like, girlfriend? And I was like,
period.
No, but I am gay.
Yeah, be who you are.
And then she started asking me for advice, like, because like she thought her son was gay.
Oh,
and she was like asking me, like how like she can like express that she's okay with him being gay, like not but like not straightforward. I guess like just like hinting at him like it's okay. I'll be okay if you come out or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll give you some advice. I'll try.
Yes, be who you are.
And that was like the extent of our 15-minute conversation. And she gave me like the biggest hug right after. I was like,
that is so cute. I love that. Ally. I do remember this one time where I was volunteering and like my classmate that was volunteering with me, she was like openly like bisexual. She was like, oh, like are you bi? And I was like, no, I'm straight. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. She was like, are you sure? Because like you're giving me some vibes. And I was like, oh. And this is like when I was like, in denial and shit. I was like, oh no, not me.
I'm not
gay, ma'am. And she's like, okay. But she was right. She was so right. So valid, queen.
She was right.
She called me out like a book. And every time I get hit on, it's usually like the more like masculine like lesbians. I'm like, huh. I think I am giving off the vibe.
Perhaps. I only get hit on by men. I'm kind of disappointed.
You gotta get off the vibe.
I don't know how to do that.
Be who you are.
I have a fat ass like gay sticker on my laptop.
I was like, you got fat ass.
I mean,
be who you are.
I'm hoping that these stickers will do me justice, but
If the gay flag don't do it justice, nothing will, queen. Because you had one too, like in your room, like right above your bed.
Yeah, but who goes into my room? Like,
that's on you.
So this time, I got something on my water bottle and on my laptop.
Yes, be who you are for your pride. I was having I had a conversation too with my sister because she was like the only family member like I came out to, and she was like, right after I told her, I was like, hey, I'm sexual. And then she was just like, oh, I think me too. And I was like, huh? And I was like, why do you think that? She was like, I don't know, like sometimes I'd be looking at girls' asses and I'm just like, do you feel anything from it? She was like, no, I'll just be looking. I'm just like, okay.
Just let her take her time.
Yeah.
She has time.
I was like, I don't know, but okay.
Yeah, just say, yeah, I don't know either, but you got time to figure it out. No rush.
No rush, queen. No rush. But yes. Be who you are. It's 365 days a year. It is not just the month of June.
Yes.
Oh, like if you've seen like the post on Twitter, it's like literally like the day after Pride, like all the big companies like take away their like their rainbow decorations and shit. Yeah. But just remember, y'all, Pride is every day. Be who you are every day. People literally died for these rights.
Yes. So be who you are.
For your pride. Watch Pose.
Watch Pose.
Watch Pose. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
Third season is on Amazon Prime. Be who you are for your pride. Well then, everybody, it's time for Froggy and Small Bean to go to sleep. It's sleepy time.
It's sleepy time.
We will see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Be who you are for your pride. Bye-bye.
Bye.